So the last topic for today, before we get into the exciting Q&A, is combining notes. And there's a few things here with that. So no matter what we come up with, there's a chance that you probably want to create a note which is none of our notes. We've done our best to have all kinds of scenarios. We may just want to bolt something onto the bottom of an existing note. Now this is a goofy example, but I thought I'd try it. I have a note here, basis of presentation, and I have note 2, inventories. What I'm going to do is bolt the details of inventory note onto the bottom of the basis of presentation note. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I've got to deal with this page, the divider between these two notes. So I'm on the first note, basis of presentation. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go down to the other note options, and I'm going to switch that divider off. Okay, so right now it looks like this. Obviously, if you didn't have note dividers, you could skip this step. Okay, so there is step 1 on our slides here. We'll switch the divider off between the upper and lower. So we move to the upper, we switch the divider off. Okay, step 2. Now we need to clear the heading out on the second note. It says inventories right now. So what I'm going to do is just move into that field. I'm just going to blank it out. Okay, and I want you to notice that a few things happen. One is that note 2 is now gone because this is blank. It also is no longer in my index on the left. I have basis of presentation, then I have summary of significant accounting policies. So it's not showing up here, which is good because when I PDF, I'm also not going to get a bookmark sort of halfway in there. Okay, now if I do a print preview, you see what I have here? I have basically got that inventory note on the bottom of this note, which is terrific. Now, the one thing you want to keep in mind is if this note actually goes across pages, the carry forward is still looking at this note for the first one and this one for the second one. So when I'm combining notes, to keep life simple, you want to basically make sure this combined note is on the same page, okay? And if it isn't, make sure your page break is within the first half of your note, so the carry forward is going to relate to, in this case, basis of presentation, okay? Now, the other thing is, let's say we already had a table of numbers in that top, which had the years up above, and I don't want to repeat the years in the lower table, okay? So what I can do here is just in this lower area, Notes Control menu, other menu options, you can switch off your column headings on Numerics, okay? So because the upper one already had the years in there, I don't want to repeat that. Now you can if you want, you know, you've got control over that. But in this case, I would rather just show it in the top one and not in the lower one. So you can quickly do that as well, okay? So I think with that option, this is going to really open up some possibilities, because what we've seen in support is people are trying to do this in Enable Edit, and they're basically hacking their way to this, which can cause some really ugly issues. Now, the other thing to remember too is if we go to sort this note, the sort still sees this as 2 pieces, so it would not sort it as one. So I think what you want to do is get this note on a page by itself and where you want it, and then start combining. But if you want to, you know, you can always put a title back in there for reference and then move everything to where you want it, and then just basically blank that lower one.